Hey everybody, Michelle is here. It's still 3/1/2023. And I don't know if I told you guys, when I was talking about planets and stuff like that. There is a planet out there that are just full of females only. There are no males anywhere in sight on this planet, but this particular planet. Why? Because of the violence that men pose to women, even today in all cultures. Nobody's immune from it, this violence towards women. And there are a lot of elevated men that know that if there's no woman, there's no cry. I know in certain countries on Earth, I think I talked about this too, where these men were attempting to interfere with the reproduction system in their own bodies to see if they can carry babies. I mean, it's just so, we're just so sick. It's just so sick in our thoughts. So a planet cannot exist without women. So, and if this planet were just full of men, they would, I don't care who you are, whether you're carriers or not, you would no longer exist either. So I just hope we just understand the importance of women all over this planet and the life they give, the life they take, And what in the world is the problem with so much discrimination towards women, especially in these other so-called Middle Eastern countries? What in the world is the problem? I still don't understand that. Why they're so. I mean, don't just put it out there somewhere. You don't have to address me personally because, like I said, I don't want to. I'm just giving out information, and I'm just thinking, what in the world is the problem with women in those countries over there? What is the problem with them having education and being able to provide for themselves? Because I know there's a particular type of group, like I think they're the incels. And oh boy, those guys are definitely dangerous and sexually frustrated. They have such a extreme hatred towards women, and it's just I just don't, in my thoughts, I just do not figure out, I just cannot figure out what that is all about. But, I'll continue to read and see if I can focus on factors that may have contributed to this, with the obvious, of course, that men are just so degenerate, and especially these incels, groups of type of men, like I said, or any man for that matter that's sexually frustrated, and they blame women for that for some reason, So yes, we need to honor women, and more specifically, let's just stay on black women. That's my focus right now. It's on the black culture, dark people, black people, colored people, however we want to describe ourselves, because we have been the most adversely affected by everything. We'll probably get blamed for the war in over there in Europe at some point. That's just how degenerate and crazy we've become. We've become so unreasonable and so irrational. So that's why it's important, like I said, for everybody on their individual journey, you have to meditate. There is no other way around it. No thought meditation. You have to do that. And at the same time, you're going to have to work on your beliefs and eliminate almost half of it. Get rid of them and just, like I said, take that word out of your mouth. And your faith and all that. Like I said, empty your brain. You got to empty your brain. And I know there's going to be resistance, and that's fine. Hey, resist. I'm not concerned about me at all, because it's easier to help one person than 10 billion, if you think about it and be logical, right? So I'm doing everything I can to help and just put out some information for entertainment purposes only, some conspiracy theories on top of ideas and this and that and the other. But we really need to figure out what in the world is the problem with men and their treatment towards women. Don't talk to me about it. Don't even talk to women about it. Talk among yourselves. Because just like I said, with all of these other cultures, like the white culture, they need to talk among themselves and find out why they hate each other and why they hate themselves. The same thing with all the rest of them. Okay? Because I think of all the people, all the human beings, black women are the most inspirational to me. You know, they can have all kind of things happen to them, but they still persevere and keep it moving. And that's what we have to do, you know. A lot of women, or a lot of black women I notice are easing that level of jealousy we used to have. You remember that level of jealousy we used to have, where we taking out box cutters and cutting faces, and you don't hear too much of that. You know, and that's fantastic, because that's a sign of elevation of consciousness, actually. When you recognize your errors and you do everything you can to resolve it and find out what is really the problem, you know. And so I really appreciate that. That's a sign of evolution to me, you know, and it's happening with black women, you know, whether you're gay, straight, whatever. So I just thought I'd share that bit of PSA for the night. I mean, it's you know, it's just dark over here. You know, almost 7 o'clock. I think 7 o'clock p.m. Or I don't know. I think my clock is off. Let me see. Let me make sure, because you know, sometimes I screw up these computers and put the wrong time. Yeah, I think that's what time it is. Yeah, it works. How about that? So, yeah. So this goes out to men and I'm going to talk to black men, just specifically black men right now, because like I said, black culture, black people, dark people, that's my focus right now. That's my niche. Okay. And I love it. I love that. What is the violence towards women about? What is that all about? And you need to answer that on your own, all of you individually. You can sit in contemplation on it, but when you go into meditation, you got to shut all that off, though. And I can guarantee you shut it all off and sit your ass down somewhere, the inspiration will come to you via your subconscious. And that way you can work with it and deal with it. But you need to get to a point where you're protecting black women, black men. You really do. Okay, because everybody always comes for them, and that's just jealousy as well, on behalf of the others. We don't have too much jealousy within each other, and I love that. I love all this sisterhood and sisters coming together, all these black women coming together, knowing that we need each other. It doesn't have to be sexual. There's nothing sexual about universal love. It's just we need each other. We connect that way. That's how we build our source and our fuel, and get our sparks and our inspiration and our ideas is with each other. So I'm going to share that right now. And of course, you know what I'm doing. I'm reading. And I may come back later with some stuff. I'm not sure. But I just want to go ahead and share that now. And I do want to send peace and love all over the universe. And you guys, I send peace and love over the stars, over the moon, and over the mountain. So those that can hear me, I want to say I love you. And I love you all. I'm not going to say goodnight, but I'll stop there.